right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Showgirls, 1995. Giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. My addict friend from my mid-20s years saw this on the big screen. I always get this mixed up with the Demi Moore striptease movie. Anyways, Showgirls is a 1995 erotic drama pulp noir film directed by Paul Verhoeven. This director is great, Paul Verhoeven. Any director who gets gay protesters out here in San Francisco protesting Basic Instinct is A-OK in my book. Written by Joe S. Terhas. The film stars Elizabeth Berkley, Kyle MacLachlan, Kyle MacLachlan, can't even pronounce his name, Gina Gershon, Glenn Plummer, Robert Davi, Alan Ratchins, and Gina Rivera. Produced on a then sizable budget, around $45 million. Significant controversy and hype surrounding the film's amount of sex and nudity preceded its theatrical release. In the United States, the film was rated NC-17 for nudity and erotic sexuality throughout, some graphic language and sexual violence. I guess they're talking about the infamous rape scene. There's a lot of full frontal. If you like white women with fake breasts and bald genitals, you're going to love this. Showgirls was the first and to date only NC-17 rated film to be given a wide release in mainstream theaters. That says a lot. If MGM had continued the trend after 1995, then I'd be watching a lot more newer movies. Distributor United Artists dispatched several hundred staffers to theaters across North America playing Showgirls to ensure that patrons would not sneak into the theater from other films, and to make sure film goers were over the age of 17. Audience restriction due to the NC-17 rating, coupled with poor reviews, resulted in the film becoming a box office bomb, grossing just $37 million. Well, the video market doesn't care about audience restrictions. Despite a negative theatrical and critical consensus, Showgirl enjoyed success on the home video market, generating more than $100 million from video rentals, which is what I have here. I'm part of the trend. Here's the Showgirls disc. I'll show you the other discs that I got. It's show and tell time here on your favorite channel. The only channel for movie reviews. Forget that Rambo Raff for life. Okay, just forget him. I've done way more action movie reviews than that guy. Or I will do way more action reviews when I get to the Karate Man section of my Netflix queue. Okay. Wee Willie Winky. Just one side there. Not much going on that disc. I'm so tired. I worked graveyard. My DVD player died. because the movie's so dang long. It's like 2 hours. And there's Machete. Adrian recommendation. All right. I'm done with show and tell. Let's get back into Showgirls. Okay. This allowed the film to turn a profit and became one of MGM's top 20 all-time bestsellers. For its video premiere, Verhoeven prepared an R-rated cut for rental outlets that would not carry NC-17 films. This edited version runs 3 minutes shorter, 128 minutes, and deletes some of the more graphic footage. Showgirls was a critical failure upon release, panned for its acting, particularly Berkeley's. Yeah, her agent dumped her. Characters, dance numbers, directing, plot, screenplay, and sex scenes are constantly ranked as one of the worst films ever made. That's why I got it. We like films that are considered one of the worst films ever made. Despite this, Showgirls has become regarded as a cult film. We like cult films. We like exploitation, even if it's mainstream. And it has been subject to critical re-evaluation, with some notable directors and critics considering it a serious satire worthy of praise. I'm calling it a so bad that it's good type movie. What are they talking about? It's a ripoff on All About Eve, this movie. But it's got tons of nudity. So it's kind of the modern version of All About Eve. Nomi Malone is a young drifter who hitchhikes to Las Vegas, hoping to make it as a showgirl. After a driver who picked her up robs her, Nomi meets Molly Abrams, a costume designer who takes Nomi in as a roommate. Molly invites Nomi backstage at Goddess, the Stardust casino show, where she works, to meet Crystal Connors, the diva star of the casino's topless dance review. So I guess it's a classier version of a strip club. When Nomi tells Crystal she dances at Cheetah's topless club with lowlife Robert Davi, Crystal derisively tells her that what she does is akin to prostitution. That's not a nice thing to say, because there's a plot twist at the end. When Nomi is too upset to go to work that night, Molly takes her dancing at the Crave Club. Nomi is arrested after causing a fight involving James. I don't know why she got arrested. She wasn't really involved with the fight. James is a bouncer at the club. James bails Nomi out of jail, but she pays him little notice, even though he lost a job. Crystal and her boyfriend, Zach Carey, the entertainment director at the Stardust. Zach Carey is played by that Kyle MacLachlan dude who's in Blue Velvet. And what else was he in? Can't remember. Anyways, he's the entertainment director at the Stardust. They visit Cheetahs, and they request a lap dance from Nomi. Although the bisexual Crystal is attracted to Nomi, her request is based more on her desire to humiliate Nomi by proving she engages in sex work. Nomi reluctantly performs the lap dance after Crystal offers her $500. James happens to be at the strip club, and he sneaks a peek at Nomi's lap dance. Oh, he's a peeping Tom. He visits Nomi's trailer the next morning, and he tells Nomi that what she is doing is no different from prostitution. They keep hammering that. Nomi and James have a brief fling. The affair ends when James gives the dance routine he choreographed for Nomi to Penny, a former co-worker of Nomi's, whom he gets pregnant. Pregos. Crystal arranges for Nomi to audition for the chorus line of Goddess. Tony Moss, the show's director, humiliates Nomi by asking her to put ice on her nipples to make them hard. Furious, Nomi abruptly leaves the audition after scattering ice everywhere in a fit. Despite her outburst, Nomi gets the job. I don't know why. And she quits Cheetahs. Crystal further humiliates Nomi by suggesting she makes a goodwill appearance at a boat trade show, which turns out to be a thinly disguised prostitution setup. They're really trying to make her out to be a hooker in this movie, and she is a hooker. Or she was a hooker, a former hooker. She's trying to be a dancer now. Undeterred, Nomi sets out to get revenge against Crystal and claim her mantle. She seduces Zach, who secures an audition for her to be Crystal's understudy. Nomi wins the role, but when Crystal threatens legal action against the Stardust, the offer is rescinded. After Crystal taunts her, Nomi pushes her down a flight of stairs, breaking her hip. And Nomi replaces Crystal as the show's lead. Although Nomi has finally secured the fame she thought she sought, she alienates Molly, who realizes she pushed Crystal down the stairs. Molly later relents. Again, I don't know why. And she attends Nomi's opening night celebration at a posh hotel where she meets her idol musician, Andrew Carver. Carver lures Molly to a room where he brutally beats her and leads his bodyguards in gang raping her. This is the scene that got the movie banned in Ireland. Molly is hospitalized after the assault. Nomi wants to report the assault to the police, but Zach tells her that the Stardust will bribe Molly with hush money to protect Carver, their star performer. Zach then confronts Nomi about her sordid past, her birth name Polly, and she became a runaway and prostitute after her parents' murder-suicide. There's a plot twist. She has been arrested several times for drug possession, prostitution, assault with a deadly weapon. I think she was doing some coke while she was at Zach's crib. Zach blackmails Nomi by vowing to keep her past quiet if she will not tell the police about the assault. Unable to obtain justice for Molly without exposing her past, Nomi decides to take justice into her own hands. She's a female Charles Bronson. She gets Carver alone in his hotel room and beats him. She starts doing like kickboxing moves on this Carver dude. Nomi then pays 2 hospital visits, one to Molly to let her know that Carver's actions did not go unpunished, and another to Crystal to apologize for injuring her. Crystal admits she pulled a similar stunt years ago. Because her lawyers secure a large cash settlement, Crystal forgives Nomi, and they exchange a rather steamy wet kiss, lesbian foo. Nomi leaves Las Vegas and she hitches a ride to Los Angeles. All right. That's the movie. Soundtrack of the film features songs specifically composed for the film by artists such as David Bowie, Susie and the Banshees, Killing Joke, No Doubt, My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, all of them in the description. The Showgirls soundtrack was released on September 25th, 1995. I like the soundtrack. People don't like it. I guess it didn't age well because it's 90s music. All right. I haven't seen RoboCop. The other directors. Anyways, um, Quentin Tarantino has stated that he enjoyed Showgirls, referring to it 1996 as the only other time in the last 20 years that a major studio made a full-on, gigantic, big-budget exploitation movie, comparing it to Mandingo. I've never heard of Mandingo. Dino De Laurentiis flick for Paramount Pictures. All right. I'm not going to go through the whole Wikipedia page. It's huge. That would add another 15 minutes, and I'm ready for my nap. My 9-hour nap. Probably won't even want to go grocery shopping or to eat lunch the rate I'm going. But what's coming down the pike? I'll give you another early edition of what's coming down the pike for next week. I could throw this one in the outgoing mail. Showgirls. Get a head start on my Netflix for the coming week. Maybe I'll get it on Saturday. Excuse me. I've been munching on ramen and popcorn. Okay, Natural Born Killers. Another Adrian mentioned. White Heat. Natural Born Killers is 1994. White Heat is 1949. James Cagney. White Heat. And then The Young at Heart, 1938. All right. So that's the end of my review. I got one thumbs up already. Laters.